Mr. Direct Hit, I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limbo.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. Cook able to escape, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, who is this guy? He's special. And he said, dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field.
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. He left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. They run again on first down. Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We want it. Come to my work. Go ahead. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Wide. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
On second down and 4. Cousins out to the left. It's complete to Dodson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run with Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Waiting! Come on, the ball!
Now Wentz. Oh, a it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On 2nd down, it's Howard, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think
the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 11. And this defense, Charles, bottom half of the league against the run. That's not going to help their average.
Not at all. When you're getting ready to play against them, in your scouting report, you're actually counting on a certain number of big-time runs against them. They've given them up all year.
That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Running with Howard.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try to pound it in with West. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Charkandrick West with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it second down and 12. On the ground, it's Cook, finding room at the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throwing, Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space, down just beyond the 35. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. To throw, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
53, check 53. Target. Hey, Zoo. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Hot. Mike 53.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams
looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Cousins now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Play action now. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Even. 4 down. Even. Watch the safety.
On second down, Cook. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got his man. This is Dotson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Doctson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Barely got the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is West. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wentz now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. On first, they go right back to Howard. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Howard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 50.
Hey, high 7.
Get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike, 53.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Cousins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 20.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called.
That's it, buddy. We go.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Bailey's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Eat.
Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Wentz going to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Cousins now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the pass.
Five.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Wait the hot.
Now Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again to Howard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Wentz now to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Now set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
I'm going back to you. Right there. 54, right there, 54 miles.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch, left side. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
The 6-yard line.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Charkandrick West with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 16 yards, a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He got 29 yards that time.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Good route here.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 53, slide. Cut.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Barely got the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
57 to line.
They go with Howard again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Well, this is caught by Jackson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 18.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
50 seconds to mine.
Now Wentz. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check 52 to
Hey,
mine.
Alpha.
52 to mine. Rip left, rip left. No, check that. We want Mike 52, right?
Gun.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Mike 52.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. Howard has the 1st down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jordan Howard. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
53 is mine. I'm coming.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Cousins now from the 50. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emerson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway.
Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.